So almost 14 years ago, I was sitting at Carson over there at the Acoustic Cafe, I almost said Carson Park, but at Acoustic Cafe, waiting with my family to hear whether I was going to be called to this congregation. And this congregation followed a democratic process. We had a week of discernment. I did services, and the congregation voted, and they called me to be their first full-time minister. And I was a brand new minister. It was, I remember walking in here and just, we started clapping and crying and singing. It was kind of like a family reunion. It was very powerful. And, for some people, relationships come and go, but a relationship of 14 years is strong. And a relationship of ministry of any amount of years is strong. I don't know if you know that I think about you often. I think about the people that come up here and worry about their grandmas and talk about their babies who are potty trained, or how excited they are that their kid passed the ACT. And to know, too, that I can sit at bedsides and stroke foreheads and sing songs to people as they leave this world. I can come to bedsides as babies are born, and we affirm them in their holiness because of the fact that they were born right the first time. And that I can do marriages regardless of gender, belief, because love wins. That we can affirm our youth as they choose their paths, their ideas, their thoughts, their relationships, their identities, and all of the times of our lives. And so when I think about going on a sabbatical for 3.5 months, it seems so long. Seems so long to be away from my beloved place here, to come at 8:30 in the morning and see Sean. Sean's like, "Hey, Julie, let's check that sound. Hey, 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 hey." Or hear Chrissy and Sean up here, hear music from Sean Mensch, Amy going, "Hey, everybody!" Jacob in the nursery, Hannah with her joy as a worship associate. All of you, it's going to be hard. And at the same time, being a minister, you need to have perspective. And I know for myself, after 14 years, I am very close to the system. And when you think about systems, some ministers have a lot of distance in their ministry. I do not. I cry with you, I sing with you, I feel all the feelings. And so for that, I get 1 day off a week. And so after 14 years, it's time for me. I've had one short sabbatical, but it's time for me to step away for this time. So from July 15th to October 31st, I'm going to step away. And I'll see you at the farmer's market and say hi, and you can tell me about your beautiful plants or whatever, but I'm gonna avoid church talk. I won't be answering emails unless there is an emergency. And it'll be hard for me to step away. But like all of us, we need a time to figure out who we are. We need a time to lay down our burdens or joys and take some distance. And so this will be that time for me. And I'm excited. I'm a little scared. What's it going to be like? Who am I when I'm not answering emails or thinking about people, and I'll be thinking about you anyway, but my goal is to rest, to take a breath, to figure out who I am now in this time in my life, and what are the things that I want to explore and be excited about, to study. I've told you some of what I've been doing this past year is I've been doing a certification in spiritual direction. And that doesn't mean that I'm a puppet master and I direct people. Spiritual direction is a bit like asking someone, how is it with your spirit? And it's a different way of, it's not counseling, but it's a way of listening. Very taken from the Quaker tradition, and very much looking at what people are doing with their lives. So I'm excited next year I'll continue that training. I've been writing a book with a colleague on a spiritual support for people with chronic illness. And we got a contract from Skinner House Books, so I'm excited about that. And it's due September 15th, so so that's part of what I'll be doing too during my sabbatical. I'm also going to go talk to a minister who has talked to many ministers. It'll be up on the shores of Lake Superior, which I haven't spent a lot of time. And we're going to do a life review. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good to think about. And they do this with people who are midterm in their ministry and also at the end of their ministry. I'm midterm. This is not the end of my ministry. Some people have asked, are you coming back? That is the plan. Yes, I am coming back. And in fact, in my letter of agreement, it says that I cannot leave for a year after a sabbatical, and that my plan is to go nowhere fast. I love this congregation. When I came here, I had every goal to stay here for a long ministry. But to do that, we have to sometimes reinvent ourselves. We have to think about who we are. And so I am so grateful to have this time that you all have worked hard. The sabbatical team, Deb Labonte, has helped me figure out what do I do? I had to document what I do, because I just do it, and trying to think about how we cover what I do with a 15-hour-a-week minister and the staff and volunteers. And so it's been a great year of review of, the thrift sale, all the phone calls, all the pastoral care, all the administrative things. But what really matters is this congregation. This congregation was built 50 years ago. We're going to celebrate our 50th anniversary on September 22nd, and I will be away. But Reverend Terry Bernor, who you will get a chance to meet on July 14th, will be here. Karen and Tim Hirsch will be leading the way with that too, and also Reverend Virginia Wolf and Marion Hockton Carter, who was the first minister in this congregation. So we will be celebrating 50 years. And during that time, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm the 6th minister. I'm looking at Virginia. Anyway, so the point is that this congregation is made up of people. Ministers, hopefully, I'll be around for a long time, but what is important is the people. It's the relationships. Yesterday, we celebrated the life of Trent Jacobs, and it was one of the most powerful services I've attended. When you lose someone who is younger in a deep part of the congregation with children, and it's tough, but it's also a testament to love at any time that we talk about someone that we have lost that is beloved, because it is their connection, their spark, our belief that people are good in and of themselves. It's not where they're going to go or what they believe, but it's the love. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me, I'm absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. I was looking at Laura so I'd figure out the words, right? And that's that trust. When I first came here, Greg Marr said to me, he said, "Julie, just talk to us." I came from this big church, and I was like, the theology of Unitarian Universalism. I wasn't quite that bad, but I was really big church. I was like, da, da, da. He's like, "Julie, just talk to us." And after 14 years, I feel like I can come up here and look out there and see your faces and feel the connection, even with people I'm meeting for the first time, because that, to me, is what worship is. It comes from the word worth shapen, to shape something of worth. And that is what this is all about, is for us to be a part of each other's lives, to be better people, to make a difference in the world, and to make a change. And so when I go on this sabbatical, I'll be on Shabbat, if we use the word from Hebrew, or Sabbath, if we use the anglicized word. And it literally means ceasing. And so I will lay down my mantle for a while. And next, on the 14th, I'm going to hand that over to Reverend Terry. And it's like handing over a baby, even though you guys are not babies. But this church to me is beloved. And I know that all of you will carry it in your own way and bring new ideas and leadership and thoughts. And we're all a part of this community and a part of the greater love that is a part of this world that's worth defending, worth fighting for. So when I was looking through, getting ready for this service, I looked back at my ordination and installation on November 7th. And what I said to you is, I said, "I promise it is with deep gratitude and humility and joy that I take up this ministry to which you ordain me. I pledge myself to a life of integrity. I will, to the best of my ability, convert life into truth. I will endeavor to live my life through the fire of thought in service to this congregation. I promise, as far as I am able, to be faithful to our liberal religious heritage, to seek wisdom and justice within our institutions and the larger world, and to serve humanity in all that is sacred." And I have tried. And there have been times that I have fallen down, I've made mistakes, and people have called me to being a better person. And I hope I have called others to be better as well. And that's what it's about. It's about relationship. It's not, well, I'm the minister. Because guess what? Unitarians don't care. They care. But we are the boss of ourselves. We are a bunch of cats thinking our thoughts, but we think it in beloved community and in love with one another. And so Tim Hirsch, who was president at that time, said, "We, on our part, pledge ourselves to remember that the work of the church belongs to us all. As we would ask you to be charitable toward our failures, so we will also remember that you are human and can falter. We recognize that we bear a material responsibility for spiritual development. We pledge ourselves to maintain the freedom of both pulpit and pew. We pledge to assist and cooperate in a common growth in religious life." So we're all a part of this ministry. And that's part of our heritage, is the brotherhood of all believers. And I would say humanhood of all believers. You know, we have people that come up here and share their thoughts each Sunday. So my love is all around you. And I appreciate the trust that lets me step away to rest and to become a better steward of myself, to learn not to maybe push as many hours a week as I've pushed in the past few years, to share leadership, to be loving to myself as well as others, and to figure out what's next. I'm excited to share that with all of you. So, love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Thank you.